Taco Bell is right behind me. There's my U-Haul van. Taco Bell is right there. Like about a week or so before I went into the hospital with my liver cirrhosis, my sister came by. Can't remember if my dad was with them, but I know for sure she came by. They said they were out looking for me. And she sat down next to me and she says, "Is everything okay?" And I said, "Well, everything hurts." I'm not going to go into that entire thing just yet because that's a whole nother thing. But I told her, everything hurts. Family started, coming around at that time and helping, and I'm glad that they did. But it doesn't make up for, the torment that's been going on. A couple of things happened over here at Taco Bell. I kind of, I'm around everywhere. So my phone got jacked. When I was at Taco Bell, I was in a parking lot across the way, off that way, and I was drinking and smoking pot and stuff, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for the rest of the day. I'm going to keep the party going. But I said, well, I'm hungry, and so I was going to come over here to Taco Bell and get something to eat, and I needed to charge my phone. That was the problem, and they had a wall charger. I can't remember if I went to the restroom or if I was standing in the line. But somebody had something sitting there charging. When I came back, they took my phone along with whatever they had charged. It looked similar to this homeless person that was around here named. But I don't think it was this red-headed one. I couldn't tell for sure if it was her. But, so I took off. I went walking across the parking lot here. I was cussing something out. I was cussing and screaming and all that kind of stuff. So there was my damn phone. On the side of the Walmart entrance there's a little spot where like some people hang out. Over there was sitting this heavyset redhead girl that looked homeless, but I had never seen her really around this area before. So maybe it was her, and I probably could have confronted her right then. Maybe it was. It probably was. Right here, I just now noticed they're missing. Right there used to be a bunch of tables. I sat out here to eat or smoke or something like that, and he sat down here. He's a guy that roams around here, homeless. He's a big fella. And we were just, like, what's up, man? What's up? And stuff like that. People slide in stuff, in between stuff. He was talking about how she was toxic, and in my head, I'm like, yes, I know who you're talking about. I know this is clearly a toxic situation. I know in any other set of circumstances, people should probably leave. He might have been talking about the person with the last name there. I figured that most of this toxicity was coming from Sabrina, but I didn't realize how much Sarah was probably picking up. What I'm saying is, listen, I get how the general population would say, wow, get away from that, right? But they don't understand the dynamic here. And I'm not giving credit to the dynamic as to their level of extremity to me. It's just, it has to do with way more stuff than just on the surface stuff. But clearly there must have been some issues because I'm still involved in this situation. Anyways, so another place I used to hang out is right here. Right here, right across from the street, watching cars go by. After a while, you're like, you know what? I don't even know where to go anymore. And you're just looking for a shady spot, just sit down, drink your beer, smoke your cigarettes, and try to figure out where the next place to go to. I would actually also do this mostly in the mornings. Like, I'll get my morning beer or my morning cigarettes, and would sit there and chill. So they used to have a Speedway sign over here that had SSS. It changed. That used to be a Speedway sign, and it used to have SSS, and it made it look like the S was like moving kind of fast. All of the employees knew, and they would mess with me. Like there was one time I got like these little taquito kind of roll things. They were mislabeled. They weren't on the right roller, and I was lactose intolerant, and these taquitos were like the creamy cheddar broccoli thing. I didn't want those ones. I wanted there was these other ones that didn't have cheese or milk or product in it, and so I ended up getting those, and I took off and I took a bite of one of them, and I realized that they were the wrong ones, And so I came back to exchange them, and they told me, well, you should look at which ones you're getting next time. So they gave me a bunch of bullshit about all of that. I gave them a little bit of a hard time, but they, you know, there was, some of them were kind of nice. Work here? Work here?
Yeah.
When did it turn into a shell?
December 2nd.
Oh, really? I used to be homeless around here, and so I used to go to this gas station all the time, and so I'm kind of making a video of my life's journey kind of thing, and so it's not the most happiest moments, clearly. So, but I'm just I was going around making a video, and I go, oh, they changed it from a speedway to a shell, and so just checking into that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we changed it December 2nd.
Right on, man.
So it's a food mart and a shell.
Yeah, right on, brother. All right, man. So, yeah, that's where I get beer. I would either go one of two ways here. There towards the end, when it got summer months, this tree used to be really shady, and so I used to hang out under this tree. It looks like it's actually a place to hang out at now, if you can see what I'm talking about. So, it wasn't that bad when I was there. Or I would carry my bags of my beers and stuff in the middle of like summer heat across two parking lots. Now that sounds like that should be like I'm being a big old whiny baby, but you know, in the dead of heat, I would have to pump myself up like I was like military. I was like, whoa, go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, pump on myself, go, come on, keep going. I'd be pumping myself up doing that. And of course, you know, I'm malnourished. My clothes look like junk. That's not my only parking lot. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's plenty more.